Hello again, and welcome back to Wingot Plays Oxygen Not Included. Just after I finished recording the last episode, I noticed that we had some meat showing up, and so I've gone and changed it so that meat can't be eaten, and I'm looking to get an electric grill up and running so that we can cook that into barbecue sooner rather than later, and start using our cooking dupe, which will be nice to actually get them up and running this early, but it's not like we're going to have much in the way of other meat anytime soon. Looks like the power cable's in, so we just need someone to actually build the electric grill, and some other tropins coming up to do that. Perfect. Automation wise done. We're still doing some more research, I think. Yeah, we're doing cycle timers and that sort of thing. Okay, so effectively at this point, we're trying to get a bit of progress, and we've got 17. Okay, let's do a situation report. So we've got 4 hatches. It looks like we've got 17,000 kcal of food, although 3,200 of that is meat, so we've only actually got about 14k until we cook the barbecue. And if we set that to cook barbecue, and if there is meat, I want it turned into barbecue as a priority always. Meanwhile, where is our cook? Let's say, okay, no one's allowed to cook except for galantamine, who will do it if they can't research, or amoxicillin, who will do it if there's no doctoring or decorating jobs. Perfect. And let's just double check. Amoxicillin has grilling. Perfect. And galantamine doesn't, so they can't even use the grill at the moment. Now, while I think of it, I think I probably want to put a microwave musher, just in case we do need to get some more power up and running. We may as well connect that across to there and get rid of this bit of the wires, just because I like keeping it in the walls there. I have built a very narrow central corridor here, but also this isn't going to be the final design for the base, so I'm less concerned about it. The main thing it means is things like these oxygen diffusers are having to stick out on actual tiles. So our water's doing fine. I think let's build this floor as a bit of a priority so that we can get rid of that bit above it. Okay, and then in the meantime, we've got a mess hall, barracks, and a couple of stables. In fact, this stable is meant to have that there. And this hatch, it would be awesome if we could move it over to here. I'm thinking possibly what we could do. What if we change this to... Actually, let's change this to say that it can have shine bugs only. And auto wrangle. And then someone should come in, move those up to here. This is my shine bug ranch. That's annoying. Okay. Right, because I'm trying to tame this. I think it might actually already be tame. Let's have a look at the colony summary and the critter whisperer. So we've tamed a shine bug. Perfect. So we don't need that anymore. Ideally, I think if we wait for this egg to be made, then we'll get rid of that shine bug. We'll reuse this space for hatches instead, as well as which neither of those is actually a ranch anymore because we've lost these floor tiles. Don't know what happened there, but good. So we can get rid of those bits, and then we just need to wait on this one tile to be made, at which point we'll be able to do that copper ore there as well. Perfect. So we've got our water tank, we've got plenty of water, we've got a bit of manual water, and I saw him cooking here on the grill. It looks like he hasn't yet made the barbecue because the power ran out. Now, we don't want our cook to be doing operating either. Wait, amoxicillin, yeah. We want you to basically never do operating. Okay, toilets are starting to become a problem. Ideally, we will replace these with actual toilets sooner rather than later. I've had numerous times where I've gone all the way to cycle 100 without getting rid of outhouses, but I'll probably set up plumbing reasonably soon, I think, on this particular playthrough. I do want to try to explore out a bit and get access to some of this muck root, take a look at all these buried objects, and see what we can do about basically generating some more food. So that's probably the priority as soon as I think we clean up the base here and the spill that happened. Because the base is... oh my gosh, come on. Do that. And then, in fact, do that to at least get a roof in here. At which point this will become a laboratory and we'll speed up. Okay, we've got both of our ranches. Barracks, mess hall. Why is this not a... and then this will become a lavatory, a latrine as soon as that gets built. There we go, done. So we're getting all of our room bonuses. There we go, laboratory. I don't think there's anything that... oh, kitchen? Space grinder, yeah, don't care about that at the moment. Research. So we've got our cycle sensors. Pressure management. An airflow tile would be nice because it would mean that we could put our oxygen diffusers on top of that. Deodorizers will give us access to the slime biomes. Sanitation here will allow us to get rid of the outhouses. We're going to want the electrolyzers fairly soon. We probably don't need anything from the power point of view urgently. So I think... yeah, I don't think we're going to need any of the rest of the gas management. Oh, except the deodorizers. I'll get started on this because that's going to give us access to another biome, whereas sanitation is just going to allow us to replace something we've already got a working solution for. Speaking of, let's just double check. Album in there, you need a new schedule. So, bedtime here. Two slots of downtime, one slot of bathroom. And then all of this can be placed. I can't change Albumin at the moment because he'll miss a night's time. What just happened? It's not raw. Have a duplicate eat any cooked meal because we've got our first barbecue up and running. Not bad at all. So at that point we'll have 4,000 kcal of meat having been consumed at cycle 11. I don't know where that meat came from. It was 3,200, which suggests it was from a hatch, but I don't think any of them should have been anywhere near dying, so... unless one of them just randomly spawned with an age of 99 or something, because I didn't do any attack commands. Anyway. That's a problem for another time. Cooking ingredients don't need to go in there. Only everything, only edible stuff. Perfect. Yeah, what if I wrangle that? If I wrangle it, will it then get dropped off here? Or will it just stay there because it's in a ranch? Oh, she's moved it. Perfect. So that does work. Okay, we've got a compost. Compost will be generating heat, but on this particular map, that's actually something that's alright. We're finally getting on top of that mess that we made. Why don't I have park sign? Yeah, because park sign's over here in agriculture and we haven't done the incubator research. Okay. What do we got? We got 3 critters at the moment. Do we have any eggs? We do have 2 hatchling eggs. Where are they? Okay. So it may be worth trying to get some incubators up soon as well. So for automation, we're going to need refined metal. So let's pop a rock crusher down. There we go. And in fact, let's just dig out all of this so that we've got some space up there to work with. And as I said, I think I do want to dig out this space. So 16's there. Yep. And then that way we'll at least see what these buried objects are. We'll get a bit of access to some extra plants as well. Right, look at going further there. We've got the airflow tile, so we can throw that here and here now. And then that'll help slightly with the oxygen distribution around the base. And so oops. In fact, let's just dig out the whole space, and then we can build walls there if we need to. None of that has any buried objects, it's just algae, so we'll leave that there, at least for the time being. Amoxicillin just earned a skill point. Do we want... I think we want Amoxicillin to be a better cook as a priority. Because Amoxicillin is my priority cook. Now, let's see. We've got 5 duplicants where don't have the best in regards to food. Unless this is a dupe that basically has mechatronic engineering, we probably don't want to take anyone. Supplying digging, well, I think we're fine for digging at the moment. Supply decorate, we've already got a decorator. So supply suit wearing, but they are anemic as well. Building in isolation is useless. Let's go with omelets. I did say we're going to need to look to basically try to deal with our food situation. So that looks like it should work pretty well. Interesting that I must have dragged back. Okay. So it looks like we're doing all right in regards to outhouses. Building that extra one I think is probably useful. Oh my god, I keep forgetting to... I'll try to remember to remove albumin in just a moment. In the meantime... Oh, did I just do that to 16? That doesn't even make sense. Like, that should be 3, and then that should be another 16. Like, there. Oh, it's not in 16, it's 18, because it needs walls, and yeah. As it is, we're primarily just digging, both from an exploratory and getting access to these buried objects point of view. Okay, researching away. Rock Crusher, let's make that a priority because we do actually want to get some refined metals up and running. That's waiting on more meat. Over here. Okay, so this is a... what do they call it? A chlorine biome? Huh, there's a geyser there. I don't see any others on the map at the moment. Good, I think we're finding some more muckroot as we go. Odd that they had to rebuild that pneumatic door because there was already a valid stable there. I don't get what happened there. Okay. What's that there? That is ice. Why is there ice there? Oh, there probably was some liquid that's then gotten too cold. Speaking of, what's the temperature? 8-9. So that's all. This... yeah, okay. Looks like we're doing alright. -2, -2, so this is going to turn into ice. That is probably a problem that we're going to have to deal with. The natural water that's on the map is going to turn into ice fairly quickly, I think. So, because it's only sort of this where we started that has any sort of heat. And then the cold is even trying to encroach in on the base at the moment. So we're going to have to have some sort of way of generating heat in order to convert the ice on the map into usable water, or if there's a water geyser or something, then we'll be able to try to utilize that. But water is going to be something that's going to become a shortage. Let's see, deodorizer's good, so we can go into the slime biome without too much difficulty. I do want to get animal control up and running because we want the incubators urgently. Let's do 20, so we'll use up 2 tons to make 1 ton. Well, each incubator uses 400, so let's do that. Make 2 tons, which will give us 5 incubators. Oh, we've got another hatch there. Let's wrangle him as well. Oh, and I do see we've got a... okay, so we need some storage bins. Make those as a bit of a priority. Because we need to be able to clean out that hatch, because these guys will get cramped fairly quickly. Why are you glum? This should be feeding you sandstone. They're all glum. It's glum. It was glum because it didn't get groomed. Okay. So these stations are priorities. Whenever we've got something to cook, or whenever we've got something to groom, that's a priority job. Cool. And then, meanwhile, we want to sweep any eggs, and we want to sweep everything except eggs. There we go. So we've now at least got somewhere that this rubbish can go, and we can clear out that egg so that they won't be cramped. And then we just need to toggle that so that that you just drop. We've got a couple of shine nymph eggs here. How are we doing here? We've got 4. And we've got 3 hatchling eggs. Cool. I think once we get the incubators up, we'll probably clear that shine bug to free up this space for the hatch ranch. But in the meantime, we may as well take the benefit of getting a few eggs out of the process. And then those incubate at 20% per cycle just sitting on the ground, so it'll take 5 cycles for those to hatch, as opposed to the hatchling eggs, which only do 5% per cycle. Very interesting. Now, that's going to make it difficult. Okay, let's do this instead. Let's make this 16 long, which is to there. And then the priority is to get some extra ranches in place, not to have this place looking super pretty. Okay, I think... Oh. You, Pringle. What are we at? We're at 4 here. Perfect. So, now, I was saying that I want someone to do mechatronics engineering. Let's see. You're already ranching. You... Ooh. The ranches... Somatotropin's a strong option for picking it up. Cisplatin also could, because we don't need diamond and obsidian mining anytime soon. But it's going to take 5 skill points to get there. Yeah. We'll have to see if someone comes up as a possible option soon from the printing pod. But if not, then we'll just have to... let's cancel that. Yeah, that'll do. Good. Because getting some mechatronics. Thanks, Cisplatin, for getting yourself trapped. I do agree that you're hungry, but I think someone's going to get you safe. There we go. Perfect. Don't go... She's really trying to get herself trapped. Okay. But now, let's see. So I think what I want is I want to make all of this into one body of water so that I can pump it up to here. This should be left only. There we go. Yep, good. So everything should be... There's water there, 2.5. Yeah, I think that's going to turn into ice soon. So we're definitely having problems of not enough heat generation. And so there's a little bit of a question of how do we generate heat. In the meantime, though, we can fulfill our what is that? That's millwood. I don't want to destroy it. But, so then what I can do is yeah, let's do this. Okay. I'm going to isolate out this section and that section. Good. We can move Albumin at the moment without losing a sleep cycle. Perfect. Moxie, what are you doing? Moxie just keeps taking... Oh, hang on, what did you just do? Cancel that, cancel that. I don't want you getting yourself trapped. just because you're an idiot. Even if we dig up both of those muckroot, there's still 4 plants on either side. So these will both become nature reserves. This will become a nature reserve, and then we just need 1 more. There's only 3 over here. And it will only be 2 once we dig up that one. So... and there's 3 there. I think we're going to need to go hunting for a 4th nature reserve. And, oh, there we go. We can make one down there. Once we pump out this water. Okay. So... making some progress on our ranching. I assume there's an egg in here somewhere. Otherwise, why does he trust? Okay, let's take a look. We can grab some more omelets. Ranching, suit wearing, ranch dig, suit wearing, mole hands. I think for now we'll grab some more omelets, and then next cycle we're probably going to need to look at getting another duplicate. Looks like currently no one's down there, so let's build that as a little bit of a priority before anyone else decides to get themselves trapped downstairs. Perfect. Room size 339. Okay. Yeah, why did he get... Now, I don't think we can see how many hatches we've got from that overlay at all. We're just going to have to keep counting. Okay. We could probably make a spare ranch here as well. Oh, how's that going? 28, good. So, let's take a look at our incubators. What are these stations? No. I thought they were in food. Oh, they're still being researched. Speaking of, though, we're going to want to put some incubators in here, so let's get some power wires up and running. And we may as well get cycle sensors set up. Forgot to allow for the automation when I said how much to do here. So let's do like another 4. That's another like 200, which still won't be enough to accommodate. Incubator, perfect. Now, we also wanted to grab the toilets and lavatories and sinks, with a plan to then probably get the... I was going to say the oxidizer, but we need to get a secure source of water before we do that. Okay. I've not, and you can even see there that that's gone from 2 columns to 1 column of water, and this is going to freeze pretty soon as well. I've never played on Rhine before, and the cold temperature didn't seem like it was going to be the biggest problem, but yes, water is going to become a problem that we need to really try to fix. So I think what I want to do is explore. Because I want to see like what geysers we have available. Okay. Liquid's good. So at that point we can build a liquid pump down here with a pipe. Pipe up to here. And then we can have an output vent there. And that's it, incubator. We want, oh, that only costs 200 each. Fish trap, airborne critter traps. So we do want the airborne critter traps. What is that? Shine nymph. Is that why you're overcrowding? Okay. Automation. What did I... Critter sensor. Okay. So food. We want airborne critter traps to capture that shine nymph. And then... Park, nature reserve, nature reserve. Why is this only a park? Park versus nature reserve. 4 plants, 2 plants. 12 to 64. 32. Room size 34. 2 wild plants. 1, 2, 3. Ah. There's only 3 wild plants in there. I think what I might do is that. There we go. And then something we can try putting the shine nymphs over there. Okay, now so hatch. Do we have any sedimentary rock yet? Still only 400 kilograms, okay. So, for now we're going to have to use sandstone, I think, to feed them. Now, there's currently 6 critters. Colony achievement. Outdoor innovations, okay. We've built something outside of our starting biome. Ah, probably this ladder up here. Still not seeing any more geysers. Lavatory, sink, shower, mesh tile, fine. Let's grab the electrolyzer and rusty oxidizer. As it is, we've got plenty of algae, so we're not going to need... Oh, there's only 18 tons, but there is so much algae lying around that we're going to be able to dig up if we need it. But I do like transitioning off of algae. There's a slime biome. I do like transitioning off of algae as a priority for oxygen production, as well as which if we used electrolyzers for oxygen production, that would also produce heat, so would also help to neutralize the cold that is pretty quickly invading into the base. Like the barracks is -6 degrees over here, and struggling to fight against that. Let's see, let's make that as a priority. Let's make this as a sub-priority. Very good. Now this one is going to be shine nymphs. Shine bugs, shine nymphs get to go here. Perfect. Let's sweep up all of that. And let's build a couple of those as well. There we go. At which point this is no longer shine bugs, this can be hatches. And what's going on here? Waiting to be armed, only duplicants with critter ranching. Okay. Go do that as a priority because we need to... Good. We need to decrease how many we've got in this ranch because it was causing... Yeah, there you go. They say they're overcrowded. And you should have an errand. There you go, to relocate that critter. Perfect. Oh, interesting. The trap is reusable, so we only need the one. That would have been better if it wasn't on the same line as the automation were, but in fact it's about to be connected to the automation wire. Okay, now we can probably get another stop. Oh, I can't do any more incubators because I don't have enough copper at the moment. Still waiting on that. Another colony achievement. Automation wire. Yeah, red light, green light. What's that? Four achievements this episode? In the space of like 35 minutes? Now, I think we might pause researching at the moment because there's nothing we particularly need. And so I think we can better use that duplicate labor. Although, like I want to make the auto sweepers and conveyor rails and that sort of thing, but we're not going to have anyone with mechatronics engineering anytime soon. That said, I think I'll get the research done, and then we can worry about actually having someone who can do the job later on. Perfect. So it looks like we've got our critters being, our shine nymphs being moved over here, and as soon as this ladder gets built, this will become a nature reserve. Yeah. No industrial machinery, no industrial machinery. Yeah, good. So the park sign doesn't count as industrial machinery. So we'll move all of our shine nymphs over into here, and then we've got space for 10 hatches in total. We can deconstruct this critter trap because it doesn't need to be there. And let's wrangle... No, there's nothing else to wrangle in here. Perfect, good. Yeah, so it looks like we've made some decent progress here. Let's see, that pipe's in place. So what we now need is power to be connected down there, at which point this water can be relocated, and yeah, good, happy with that. Okay, now I think as a priority we need to figure out what that geyser is. And we really need to find some other geysers. Here is a natural gas. Well, we can't use that anytime soon. We might need to see what we can do about getting around this water to explore downstairs a bit better. Which we can probably do by just going straight here. And while we're at it, I think we can then try to explore a bit and try to figure out what else is going on in here. This will also allow us to basically dig up that space and figure out what's going on in there. Super duper hard digging. Oh, is it obsidian? Yeah, okay. We don't want to dig that space. These are, okay. We might not be able to figure out what this one is, maybe if we go up there. Three hatchling eggs. A pufflet. Cooking building. We don't need a cooking builder. Tidying building. Can't cook. Decreased husbandry. Decreased medicine. Well, if you're a tidy builder, you actually don't need those. I think the extra hatchlings will come in much more handy because we really need to upscale our food, our ranching. So I think that's going to be what we're going to prioritize here. Why have these still not been built? And it looks like that trap is finished doing its job. I did just see an egg there, so we need to try to sweep that up as well. Speaking of, there's 3 shine nymph eggs sitting in there. Interesting, I would have thought there was more hatch eggs, but okay, good. So this here should be a nature reserve, good. That's a nature reserve. All of this is the same nature reserve though. We're waiting on this door to be built before this will become 2 separate nature reserves. And then I guess we can also prioritize that ladder, and then we'll have all 4 nature reserves up and running, and we can then be happy that we're done with that achievement. It is annoying that I still haven't managed to find any geezers up here. So let's... What are we on? We're at 16,000 calories. Coal generated wood burner, neither of those we can use anytime soon. A whole lot of ice sitting up here. It's neg 38 degrees. Yeah, awesome. And what's going on there? Why? Oh, because they still haven't built those wires. Okay. Now, once we get down here, I want to fairly quickly... Well, the muckroot's the only one I think that we can actually use because the rest are all too cold. Colony achievement. That'll be the 4... Improved duplicate morale by designating 4 areas as nature reserves. Perfect. So I think that's 5 achievements in just this one episode. Yeah, like that. We've done a pretty crazy amount in under 10 cycles. Now this hydrogen, it's only 1 kilo, so it will, well, it'll waft up here eventually. It's cold. Like 33. When does chlorine liquid? 34.6. So this is almost liquid chlorine. I think I did see some liquid chlorine down here as well. As I say, what's this? So this is outputting at 150. So if we need to, we could try to use this as a heat source. But 150 is hotter than any pumps that we've got can handle as well. So yeah, we'll have to see. Okay. But let's try and dig up. There is a slime biome there, so I don't want to be going too far high. As well as which, I'm thinking in this playthrough I'm going to actually try to preserve as much of the abyss light as possible. So I'll do very strategic breaks only. I'm not going to go deleting large chunks of the abyss light. That said, it does seem we've got multiple biomes adjacent to us that... there we go, there's a whole lot of rust down here. So we can possibly rust oxidizer that rust down there. I've never used a rust deoxidizer. Converts rust into oxygen and chlorine, fine. It becomes idle when the area reaches maximum pressure capacity. Rust 750 grams per second. And salt, interesting, to produce oxygen, chlorine, and iron. Okay, cool. Produces heat. I think it'll be interesting to use the rusty oxidizer, given that I've never used it before. And we've gone a little bit past the start of cycle 20, so save as cycle 20, save as Dupeflix and chill. There we go. So in that episode, we have tamed a hatch, we've tamed a shine bug, we've built 4 nature reserves, we built outside of our starting biome, we've cooked a meal, we've made some barbecue, we have automated a building, and we are starting to try to explore outside of our starting biome to try to see what options we've got for a liquid water source. Alternatively, a heat source of some sort would mean that we would be able to basically thaw ice. Why is there polluted water right there? 164 kilos of polluted water. Was there some polluted ice or something? How did that get there? Okay, that's a problem for another day, and it does have a whole lot of food poisoning germs. Yeah, that's something we'll have to worry about in future. But we do now have incubators. We've got ranches coming online pretty nicely at the moment. What we want to do is we want to set this to, in fact, this one will start at midnight and can be on for 1/4 of the day. There we go. And then this one will start at 3 o'clock, I guess, and make this one active. We do need power cables as well. Perfect, and let's set up some jobs to build some more incubators, but we've only got 7 hatchling eggs, so they will, so 2 incubators will be more than enough for the time being. Over here, we also have some space for some more hatches. And so once we fill in all of these hatch ranches, we will then have, 20 odd hatches, which will be more than enough to overproduce for the Carnivore achievement. So next episode, we will keep exploring, see what else we've got on the map. We might look at seeing what we can do about getting some sinks and lavatories in place, which those will help to generate a bit of excess water. And we may look at seeing what we can do about the rust deoxidizer as a oxygen source, and to avoid having to overly use the algae that's present around us, and to possibly see if we can use that to help generate a bit of heat for the base as well, which is increasingly looking like it is going to be one of the substantial challenges of this playthrough. But that's all an issue for next time. Thank you for watching. Stay happy and healthy, and I hope to see you in the next one.